speak of the devil. Hello? Hello, Tegan, can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. Ida and Papalimo returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies. As the Gredanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters, well done. Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. Pray return to the Waking Sands. Forever pray return to the Waking Sands. Have I earned enough for a promotion? Not quite. The couple of hunts I've done have not earned me a promotion yet. But there's still plenty of hunting to be done. We got trees in the East Shroud, which I didn't beat. And the footfalls, those are back by South Shroud, East Shroud, South Shroud. There's a bunch of things I forgot to kill. There's a whole load of stuff in the Shroud that I didn't sort out. But I can do a little loop-de-loop around. Take out a bunch of these as I go down to do my level 35 White Mage quest. Catch up on my hunting log and then jump back to the story again afterwards. Oh, and while I'm here I can fix my glamour. And update what I'm wearing. Because I gained a bunch of stuff from that dungeon, including a stick with a little face on it. There we go. My stick has little horns. To Sweet Bloom. Swoosh. And we'll grab Matilda back. And top of our hunting log is diseased treants who are in the bramble patch. And then South Shroud, glowflies in the bramble patch. So treants and glowflies. Then we go around to the South Shroud and beat up the efts. And then we go and do our White Mage quest. Nice. Oh, we're dropping frames slightly. And the glowflies are just in here. Sorted. Now around to South Shroud. We'll beat up some efts for our hunting log. And then... not story quest. White Mage quest for level 35. Then back to the story quest. Need to watch out for all this rain. I was running the wrong way. Nothing suspicious going on, it's absolutely fine. I think I know where F's are, but it's a little wander round. Closer to Camp Tranquil, in that little side section. Which I kind of wish was a cut through along here. But it's not. So instead we run round it and then go in. Here we go, just this little cut in here is where the F's are. Da, 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 da. Go, done that hunt. No need to apologise, Shadow Wolf. It is absolutely fine. We've taken another brief pause from story to catch up on the hunting log again, and just come down this way to do our level 35 White Mage quest. We get to speak to Ray Osena and get the regen, which is very important for us. Ah, Tegan, looking ever more the White Mage, I see. And yet I fear you are as ready to perform the quieting as a chocobo chick is to carry a wood whaler clad in full plate. But take heart, for we all must begin somewhere. Today I would teach you the art of communing with the elementals. This is, by any measure, the very foundation of our art, the means of which we preserve harmony between the forest and our people. Not far from Sorrel Haven you shall find a tree, a mere sapling in the shadow of the Guardian Tree, but one that has likewise been consumed by anger and fear. I would ask you to placate this tree. The process is quite simple. Stand before the tree and raise your hands. Commune with the elementals that reside within, and attune yourself to them, until your feelings are in absolute harmony. Be forewarned, however, an angry elemental can be as stubborn as my dear brother. Do not be surprised if you find your honest plea rebuffed, and foul creatures sent to drive you from the forest. No matter what happens, you must remain calm, dispatch the creatures, settle your heart, and speak to the tree once more. If your heart is true, your voice will reach the elementals ere long. Remember this, Tegan, under no circumstances must you allow your anger and fear to overcome you. As practitioners of white magic, the magic of succor and solace, such emotions are anathema to our very existence. Don't mind me, Condor, I'm just escaping. I'm pretty sure the tree is over here. She said Sorrel Haven. Wait, nope, she said Sorrel Haven. That's the bit down here, isn't it? Am I being an idiot? Where's Sorrel Haven? Sorrel Haven is in the Central Shroud. I am being an idiot. I don't remember where this place is. At all. Hi, Rayosana. Don't mind me, I'm just doing a little loop before heading off in the correct direction of exactly where you told me to go. I know where I'm going, honest. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm running around in circles. Trying to calm trees. And splashing my water on my face. I didn't mean to splash that in my face, but it did. Only I can prevent forest fire. Another good sort of referential name. For you see, in becoming a white mage, I am also becoming, is it Smokey the Bear? I want to say it's Smokey the Bear, but I could be wrong. Not being American, I don't really know the exact name of that anti-forest fire park ranger bear. Or whether he's American or Canadian. I could be even mistaken that far that he might actually be Canadian. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm not way off base and he's actually like Australian or something. Where's this little sapling? Oh, it's way up the top there. I was so far off when I was like, Sorrel Haven, I know where that is. I was thinking of a completely different area of a completely different map. But luckily, Matilda can take me to where I need to be. Which is fighting these toadstools, apparently. Sorry if that made everyone dizzy. My little 360 spin around to find more toadstools, even though they were basically right in front of me. Ooh, Conjurer's Log Part 29. Got a little bit ahead of myself there. Ooh, we're getting interlopers into our little quest. We must placate the tree, but also defeat this lindworm. And this lindworm. Oh god. I'm going to keep attracting enemies until we'll never be able to finish this. I left it too long to move from that. I don't think I escaped it. Quickly before more enemies show up. There we go. And now we go back to Rhea Osena, who's in this direction, back to the South Shroud, Camp Tranquil. And probably jumping off this cliff unless I end up in the right spot. Good enough spot. No need to apologise, Shadow. You are much busier than I am, so enjoy working on your music, and I can't wait to hear it. And I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. I'll still be going for quite a while. Bye for now. The rest of us will just carry on through the forests, become more proficient white mages, and get more story done. I don't even think we fought Titan yet, have we? I imagine that's what they want to talk to me about. Back from the Wood is probably the start of the Titan line. Because I know there is a little quest line before Titan that's like, go talk to all these different people and do all their little jobs. One of which is one that I really enjoy because I like all of the weird little creature races in the game. Like, the sylphs are fun, even if I do get a bit mind-boggled by them referring to everything as one. And so having to read it all was a bit like, ugh. And the Quirkwins are funny. But the little story quest before Titan is the goblins. And the goblins are very funny. So I'm going to enjoy doing that little bit for the goblins. But we first need to get our regen. Because if we go fight Titan with no regen, we'll be in trouble. Maybe. Probably not. I think Titan's actually too early level to use regen on. Might be the case. A short while ago I sensed a great anger abate. The forest is quieter, more welcoming now. It would seem you have passed the first test, Tegan. The trees are the elementals are the trees. The lush verdure of the woods is inseparable from the spirits that dwell within it. But you do not need to hear this from me. Doubtless you felt it yourself when you healed that tree. Above all else, the elementals prize harmony. When they sense a threat to harmony, they summon forth all the powers at their disposal to expulse it. Expulse it? Sure. For so long have we lived in peace with the elementals. Why now do they turn against us? I can offer no answers, only theories. But one thing is certain, we must quell the Great One's fury, and do it soon, lest Gridania bear the full brunt of the forest's wrath. To soothe the forest's wounds and restore harmony, it is our duty as mages of the White, and it is a responsibility that transcends race or nation. I sensed your success in soothing the ailing tree, and I am more certain of this than ever. Sadly, many cannot see past established practice and tradition, my dear brother among them. One would hope for a bit of open-mindedness given his youth, but alas, his pride as a Pajal will not permit it. For my part, I am not entirely unsympathetic to his concerns, and yet the task before us is too great. We must bring him around to see reason, but how? Forgive me, Tegan. I will be alone with my thoughts for a while. Worry not, I will find a way to deal with our own. Regeneration. Useful. Atawakan speaks unto you, imparting you with the ability of regeneration. Yes, I probably just want it there. Unless I move sooner. Or I put it up there. I think I'll put it up there and see how that goes. And then, I can move that to there actually. Slightly better. Tataru, the Waking Sands. Use one of my Vespa Bay tickets to teleport. Swoosh. Swoosh. Off to Western Thanlan and Vespa Bay. And do a bit more creaky floorboards as I readjust myself. Yeah. Okay. I believe we also have one of our hunting log is lead goblins and laughing toads in the footfalls, which is over this way. I don't know if my quest will send me that way. Ooh. Also got another thing from Nedrick Ironheart. Braving new depths. Hail, adventurer. You wear the expression of one who seeks new battlegrounds to hone your burgeoning skills. Do not ask how Nedrick knows, he simply knows. Now tell me, are you perchance familiar with the sunken temple of Khan? Quan? I will not hold it against you if you're not. The ruins only surfaced when the calamity split the ground asunder, after all. Any road, it's a popular destination these days for adventurers looking for new frontiers to explore. If you're keen to join them, why not make the journey to South Thanlan and visit the temple for yourself? What with the many dangers that lurk within, the immortal flames are keeping close watch over the place, but a Lalafell by the name of Bibimu should be able to offer you passage. Bibimu. I don't know why I hopped on my chocobo to go down the steps. Well, if it isn't my favourite adventurer, welcome back, Tegan. Lady Minfilia awaits for you within the solar. Please enter at your leisure. Thank you, Tataru. See, I'm the one with the strange name for Lalafell. I'm the weirdo here. I'm given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved. I fear resolve bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim. Yet I am well satisfied with that the Lord of Levin will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough. Thancred is sparing no effort. They are many and one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. I have been meaning to ask, but is Alice quite well? I feel as if I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't? And nor have I. Alas. Alice has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldessian report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed. Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. Well, look who it is. It's that weird kid that I keep bumping into all over the place. It is good to see you again, Tegan. Yeah. I've been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelveswood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can strike Ramu from the list. So who's next? The Sahagin? And Leviathan? The Lord of the Well has not answered his minion's call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices, for a time at least. For a time. Sorry, trying to remember what your Stola sounds like. Will also require me to take a drink, because croaky voices. For a time bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Yestola says. Unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when next a primal war return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? The maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long, you may depend upon it. Indeed. So then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with... Gridania! Wait, I mean Garuda! Who is the primal of the Ixal who live near Gridania? Yes, that's what I meant. So many malms to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, we should not long have wanted for a more practicable solution. She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? But one sure step at a time. Henceforth the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs, under the sage guidance of the Seed Seers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You've earned it. Yeah. Some time to go and sleep. And rest. Is there something else, Deacon? Beg pardon? A man named La Habrea, sporting a red mask and robed in black. 12's Preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Scions took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to think... Eek! Tataru! Combuxio. A sylph in Thunland? At long last, this one finds walking one Tegan. This one is most dependable of these ones. Is sent by Elder one Frixio to help walking ones. This one is called Naraxia. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. Pleasure to meet you, Neuraxia. Don't worry, Tataru. I would also be terrified if a cactus person my size came flying in covered in leaves. Not cactus person, cabbage person. Came flying in covered in leaves. Hi, Thancred. Entrance to the solar. Yes, Tataru is ready to express her fright. As she is to express anything else. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see that ours continues to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, Tegan, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yet a darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Ascians' presence, but that they have grown so brazen to carry out their works in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. Here's 33 more tickets to get back here when you need to. I'm glad you gave me more tickets. I definitely didn't need them. I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary, Tegan. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Ascian known as La Habrea. This is an ideal moment to do so, while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. At present, we know little and less about the Ascians, only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have information on the potential sighting. This is intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak to Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flame in Uldar to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter, I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, Tegan. I will do. I'll keep myself safe. I need to go back and do that little bit of hunting log that's outside. And then I can go to the Immortal Flames base. Make good progress. Why am I running? Let's go, Matilda. Battle me, goblins. They make funny sound effects. Oh, I did not need to fight a third one, but now I'm fighting a third and a fourth one. Just for good measure, I guess. And then we need to run down here and fight some toads, I think is the other thing that we got on our log. What kind of toad? I'm not sure, because there's two types now. Giggling. Laughing toads. The little ones. Yoink. Me and Matilda both got yoink. Although Matilda would have run in on her own anyway, so not too bad. Ooh, collectively grabbed. Chain grabbed by various frogs. There we go. Now we can teleport to Ulda. And go speak to Lieutenant Swift, Commander Swift, Mr. Swift. Just Swift. Flame Commander. Yeah, Commander Swift. The Masked Man. Ah, you come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes, as we've already relayed to Lady Mimprelia, there's been a sighting of this rogue near about East Danland. The brass blade stationed at Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Queerquin. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair share of travellers. Folk are always coming and going, and some amongst them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse than to speak with a merchant named Hihibaru. The fellow's always starved of customers, and he'd no doubt welcome your attention, whether or not you have coin or mind to spend. To the Highbridge then. They said it was east. Yes. So we go to... Oh, I didn't do that. I can't teleport out of the gates because I haven't even unlocked the full Aethernet yet. Gotta go use the Aethernet crystal outside the Adventurers Guild. Fancy getting to level 30 and not even unlocking the full Aethernet in one of the towns. That's what I get for not really paying attention to it when I did it first time. There we go. Now it'll show me that I can teleport to the 2 gates. And the airship landing. 3 gates. I forgot it had 3 gates. 2 of them both in Central Thanalan though. And the exit I want's this one. So I'll just walk out. It's all fine, I can just walk out. Mm-hmm. And then we ride off to East Danlan, don't we, Matilda? Waltzy Matilda, Waltzy Matilda. Don't ask me why that song came into my head other than the fact that it has Matilda in it. And I may or may not be singing that to my cat all the time. be going to Highbridge. I should have gone round. Should have gone round the city rather than through it. As it is not in the way of Highbridge. And Highbridge is where I need to be going. Double check my hunting log. What have I got next on the hunting log? Might be something around this area to Sabatenders. And Quick Win Row Runners. That will be what I need to get. And then Goblin Thugs in the South Shroud. And Upcallows in Eastern Lamassia. Good penguins. Hihibaru. Hello. Welcome to Highbridge, adventurer. Whatever you seek, I, Hihibaru, can provide it. Probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure I have one of those in stock. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you say so sooner? Such an individual might have featured in one of my many rumours I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhaps you'll learn a thing or two, eh? When the Order of Nalthal began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims. But thanks to that nigh endless beastman raids, folks are too afraid to come within a mile of him. I sold everything I owned for my to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Whining won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you'd like to browse my wares, spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant? The masked man? Bah. Thou'll take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumours are all I've got. If you want to know about him, go and ask the other merchants. Sorry, Hihibaru. You unfortunately spent all of your stuff on not getting anywhere. Multiloquent merchant. Aye, I've heard tell of a masked devil. Masked devil. Seems he's been appearing not only around Highbridge, but elsewhere about Thanland too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me he's more than a figment of the imagination, but little is known about him otherwise. Suspicious. Very suspicious. On the trail of a masked man? Aye, I've heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It's said he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious. And that's all I can say, little though it is. No one really knows anything about him. Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking around. Folk have been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of all the Quirquin raids. None but the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. Yep. Endless Quirquin raids. Unlucky traders setting up here. Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Sorry, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier. It's just that things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The Quirquin raids are so constant, so organised. We're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. And then he just gives me 3 die. I've finally got some honest-to-God's information on your masked man. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own 2 eyes. I was out for an evening stroll, minding my own business, when I noticed a column of smoke rising from a cliff over the Thal's Respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man, your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if in answer, some queerquins appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smouldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. I am a pack of rats. So, what do you think? That's some sound, reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Well worth all the lingering around you've been doing, wouldn't you say? Yeah, pretty solid information. I can go and use this to go talk to the rats. And by talk to the rats, I mean fight the rats. They even pointed out where on my map I can do it. So we've got a good lead. Steer slightly clear of that big, aggressive level 50 cat. They would snap me up. And I would be a poor little mouse. Here we go. Smouldering coal. On the rock. Lovely smoke plume. And a guy appears out of nowhere. I've got to beat him up. Yeah. Bones for you. I got 0 information out of him. Need to make sure I go and beat up. Ooh. More hunt enemies. Mystery amalgas. I came this way to find some queerquin row runners, but instead I found a different hunt. In fact, 2 different hunts, apparently. Bruisers and rangers. And then we can carry on back down here and find the queerquin row runners, which I think are down this way. Those 2 were both for seals, so that's quite nice. There we go. The row runners are down here. Just up Callow, Goblin Thugs in the South Shroud, and Sabatenders in Southern Thanlan. Which I think Southern Thanlan is where I'm going in a bit. So that should be easy enough to do. And we will end up going to South Shroud again because that's where I've got my White Mage. Back so soon? Were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? This scroll, it bears a prayer of Raulga the Destroyer. In case you're unfamiliar, Raulga is the guardian deity of Alamigo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It's highly uncommon for folks of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last gill that your assailant was Alamigan. It seems this masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That selfsame merchant also senses danger ahead, and darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? The Alamigan bandit you had a run-in with is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head toward Little Alamigo, over in South Thanlan. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is a favoured destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wastelands they live in. And for all intents and purposes, it's a lawless place. But prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Now, I'm not certain how much help she will be, but just so happens, I now have a daughter who relocated to Little Amigo. Her name is Hihira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obligated if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think of her. I suppose this is it then. I had hopes that you would linger for a while, cull some fiends, spend some coin, what have you. But something tells me you're destined for greater things. Wherever it is you end up, I wish you the best. Why, thank you, Hihibu. Hihibi? Hihibaru. I missed many syllables in that name. Down to Little Alamigo. And then once we go to Little Alamigo, I will take out the Sabatenders en route. Because they're in my hunt log and I need to kill them. And then go to Little Alamigo and get our job going. Of finding this masked man. Mapping the realms, South Thanlan. Here's all the Sabatenders that I need to get. Attack! Sabatender! Now the other issue with levelling alongside the story is that while I definitely know that I'm going to level quicker than my story goes because I'm already ahead, I'm also not leveling as quickly as I should be because I'm not eating food because I haven't got any food. One thing I will need to do is get some food, and the way I can do that is either buying it or by leveling my culinarian, which is kind of why I picked culinarian to start with, because I've got to be a good little cooking mouse. And so I should probably, the next time I go around towards Limsa, take a pause, go cook some food in the culinarian area. Probably do a hand into my grand company. And then I will have food on my account to add to my levelling up. And speed up the process of levelling next to my story. So that I can get even further ahead. Which would be useful. Just double checking. I did kill enough of those for my hunt, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Yeah. So we've just got 3 goblin thugs in South Shroud, and then Eastern Lannister, which we will get to both, we just haven't yet. Attune to the Aetherite. And go chat to Hira. Hira. There you are. Why, yes, Hihibaru's my father. He said what? I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that... Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't bother you with family matters, but I am grateful for you for delivering the message. Now then, what brings you here? A masked man? I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells, but one of the others here may have seen something. I would recommend you first speak to Gundobald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. I mean, you're living here. This man's got a mighty moustache. Who are you? State your business, and be quick about it. Looking for a masked villain, you say? And why should I help you, pray? We struggle enough without having to answer the whim of every outsider. You're not welcome here. Begone. But take these 3 brown dye with you, so that when you come back you can blend in better, by dyeing all of your clothes brown instead of black. Because everyone here is wearing brown, to show that we are ruffians and brigands. That's how that works, apparently. Tea for 3. Well met, adventurer. I'm Gilbert, head of security here in Little Alamigo. I heard tell that you have business with Gundobald. Knowing that bristly old bear, I doubt he told you to... I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. There we go. Owing to their hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men, and I can get so much. Not even my men, and I can get so much as a word of thanks out of them, despite watching this place day and night. But thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man when I can, and you seem a decent sort. If you tell me what's brought you here, might be as I can lend a hand. On the trail of a masked villain, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on lookout for a Malja to the south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they are like to have seen it. I had a mind to take them each a couple of sweet Thanland teas so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd be all the more willing to tell you what they know. Take them all their tea. Tea for 3, the quest will be. And thus, it's me heading to thee with tea and a plea. Who the hell's are you? I'm trying to conserve energy here, so leave me alone. But I brought you tea. Well, ain't you considerate, my friend? Thanks. My thanks, friend. What's that? A masked villain? Hiding among the refugees, like as not? We compatriots as live here go about as though they're dead on their feet. 'Tis near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good, and making trouble in our neighbourhood. Angry River. You there! Who... Are you an Amalja? No? Then carry on. Ah, this sophisticated aroma. It's been forever since I had a drop of sweet Thanlan. I'm going to enjoy this. What? A masked man? Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark, scaly skin, stands 10 fulms tall, and has the face of a lizard, then I don't give a mama's fart. Weird expressions. I don't know if I should foof that or not. Yayazuku? He's the Yakuza. Clearly, this person is Yakuza. Shoo, don't bother me. If the Amalja overrun us, I'm blaming you. For me? You shouldn't have. Sorry? A suspicious masked man? As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. Well, I couldn't make out whether it was a man or not, what with the mask and the robe, but assuming it was a he was talking to some Alamegans. I assumed he was one of them. Suspicious. Very suspicious. Whee! Up the steps, up the slope, back to Alamigo. But not big Alamigo, only little Alamigo. Ah, you're back. So do my lookouts have aught to share with you? That doesn't sound like much to go by. If you're to get any further in your investigations, seems to me you'll need the cooperations of the Alamegans. For this, you'll need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. So you're determined to press on with your investigation? Then I have some advice to offer. As I said before, you won't get far without the Alamegans' trust. And the best way to win that trust is to get a compatriot of theirs, someone they respect, to vouch for you. Coin does the talking in Uldar, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible. A common purpose. That purpose is, of course, the liberation of their home from the Garleans. Gundabad belongs to the Alamegan resistance, so your best bet would be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them. Alamegan resistance. Can't say I do know anyone from the Alamegan resistance, but I could be wrong. Telling me to go back to Minfilia. But also I need to go this way to talk to Bibimu to unlock this sunken Temple of Kwan. And I could go and do the sunken Temple of Kwan, but I think it gives me more hunting log for my seals. So I want to kill three Amalja Javelineers in Sandgate. I didn't beat those up in Bramble Patch, so I should have done that. Sylvan Screams. And Ixali Death Talons in North Shroud. And Ixali Fearcallers in Camp Coerthus. That's a way off. They're probably higher level than I am. Welcome to the Sunken Temple of Khan, or what remains of it at least. Used by ancient Bellardians as a place of worship to worship the sun god Azima. Much about the temple's history remains shrouded in mystery. The temple's history is shrouded in mystery. While we have sent a research team into the depths, I regret to say the investigation proceeds at a snail's pace. That is, when it proceeds at all. It would seem the Beladians have rigged the temple with all manner of devious traps and snares to deter temple robbers, no doubt. We have recruited adventurers to assist in disarming the traps, but be forewarned. Many who have entered have yet to return. Should you wish to brave the debts, we would welcome your aid. Thanks. I'll keep that in mind. But for now, use one of my best bay tickets. Minfilia, pray return to the waking sands. Welcome back, Tegan. How fares the investigation? I see. Given all that they have suffered, is it of little wonder the Alamigan refugees have lost faith in their fellow man? They have had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have had to see it remain in the enemy's clutches. To compound matters, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take in all those who were displaced. As a result, a great many Alamegans now live on the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. Would that more could be done to ease their hardships. I fear that nothing short of reclaiming their homeland would be a lasting solution. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there is an Alamegan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. Okay. Your Alamegan comrade is named Haribert. Haribert? He's called Haribo. He joined our cause in the hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no effort towards that endeavour, I have no doubt that he would be glad to assist you. If I recall correctly, Haribert is currently between missions. Try looking for him in the storage area. Okay, Haribo, time to go save your people. And by save your people, I mean investigate for some masked guy. Eventually we'll go save your people, surely. Surely. Hi, Haribo. If it isn't Tegan Mooson, the Scion's rising star, is there aught I can do for you? You wish to win the trust of the people of Little Alamigo. That is a daunting task, my friend, even for your own countrymen. I would like nothing more than to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries weight with that lot. I used to be a member of the Alamegan resistance, you see, but I left in favour of joining the Scions. Though my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remains ever the same, the liberation of Alamigo. Yet whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades, and they'll have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Albreda, and she is a resident of Quarrymill. Say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. To Quarrymill, I suppose. Do I have any hunting logs that I've missed out on? Some, but that's okay for the moment. Teleport to Quarrymill. Quarrymill is on the list of places I need to go. Random musical interlude when I get a bit sleepy or hungry. I think a break may be installed in the near future. We'll see if I can get through this little Alamigo section first. Albreda, hello. Eh? You want me to introduce you? You want me to introduce you to the Resistance? Ha! Why in the hell should I do that? Give me just one reason. Harrybert sent you? Oh, that worthless... Foof. He abandons his comrades, his woman, and now he has the gall to ask me for a favour. Simply incredible. I realised Harrybert was only doing what he felt was right. He's a good man. If he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. You see that bloke there? That's Mefrid, a captain of the Resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. Like a level up. Very useful. Level 24 weapon coffer. Salmon pink, sunset orange, and woad blue dye. Well, I need to open my chocobo saddlebag and drop those into there. Also, is that an orchestral roll called 1,000 Screams Orchestration Roll? Ah, yes. Allow me to listen to the sound of 1,000 screams. At some point. We might. Maybe my break music should be the sound of 1,000 screams. Killing him softly. I'm not going to sing more of that for potential copyright purposes. I am Mefrid, a proud man of the Alamigan Resistance. What business do you have with me, adventurer? Captain, it's Galeon. I almost said Garleon because it's written almost the same. It's Galleon, sir. His wounds gone and festered, and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. Gods, damn it! I asked the villagers for aid, got on my knees and begged, but they refused to lift a finger. If Galleon dies, his blood is on their hands. These quarry mill cravens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to our breeder. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realise we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Please, adventurer, go to her and try. Quest accepted. Go and try. What a good quest. Hi, Albreda. One of Mefrid's in bad shape, you say? I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. I want to help, truly I do. They're my countrymen after all, but that'd mean going against the elemental's will. I've been at Quarry Mill long enough to know how right terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charlene, the hamlet's resident hearer. If you take the matter to her, might be as she'll listen, though I wouldn't get my hopes up. Charlene. You wish to aid the Alamegans? You're possessed of a kind heart, adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant you your wish. This authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the Twelveswood. All outsiders, be they babies at the breast or grown men, are judged of a night whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Alamegans' petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive of the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. Stubborn is what they're doing. Can't help, won't help. Sorry, bud. That's how it's to be then. The bloody hero might as well kill Galleon herself. Spit on the elementals and spit on their bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. What if I went and helped? I'm literally a healer and a seed seer. I mean, I'm not a healer, but I'm as good as, if not better, than some heroes. I led my men to Quarry Mill hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards, Foof, here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hell's Garleum can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I've no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy with poison-purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd forever be in your debt. 4 horns it is. Shouldn't be difficult. Now, noticeably, they are antelopes. They have 2 horns. I need 4 horns. So you'd think I would kill 2 of them and take 2 horns from each of them. But that's not the case. I'm going to kill 4 of them and take 1 of each of their horns. Why? I don't know. Why they didn't just change the text to be 8 horns? Not sure. Maybe that's too confusing for people. But from every antelope, I get 1 horn. Which means I'm just wasting half of the antelope's horns, and given that I'm only killing them for their horns, I might as well take both. And also get steaks and things beside. If only I was more efficient a hunter. Also, Matilda's not here. Make sure I get Matilda here. She's got to help me beat up these antelopes and steal 1 horn from each of them. What a waste. And the waste is all on me, because they've turned around and said we need 4 horns, and I've gone, yep, 4 individual horns. Ah, you're back. Tell me you've got the 4 horns with you. Yep, right here. You're a godsend, adventurer. Praise Ralga, there's at least 1 woman in this place who gives a damn. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Buscaron, would you? I do, actually. Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folks in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he runs a tavern, he's like to have tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns over to him and have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give them to Faramund here. Godspeed. Let's go, Matilda. With the gods' speed. Zoom. No. Still wearing a station's stuff from the dungeon. Ah, Tegan. Ever a sight for sore eyes? How fares the adventuring? Rolling the coin like there's no tomorrow, no doubt. Hmm? You got something to show me? Those look like good old antelope horns. You need them ground down to make medicine, you say? Here's a better idea. I'll give you some of the stuff I have in my stores. I am no stranger to the remedy. An Alamegan friend once used it to treat my festering wounds years and years ago. Safe to say he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alamegan soldier in Quarry Mill? So it comes full circle. Well, I hope it helps the poor sod as needs it. Oh, and you don't worry your little head off about payment. I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. Yeah, free powder. In exchange for those 4 horns that I gave him. So, kind of free powder. Free labour for making powder. Bah. Flamond. It is well to see you returned. Have you the medicine for our brother? Gods bless you, adventurer. I'll see that Garlean receives treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easy. It has been a terrible burden on him, trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. Adventurer, Garlean has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his condition's like to deteriorate to where it was before, or worse. We need you to help us find him, and quickly. Start by asking our breeder. Might be as the woman's seen something. Ah, finally. It's about time you came asking about Garlean. I watched him leave Quarrymill some time ago, and he left me with this sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden any longer. That is why I must leave you all. Do not worry me. Do not worry for me. Just find your way safely to Little Alamigo. Blast it! What that I had known that what you was thinking, I'd have stopped this folly myself. The love Garlean bears for his brothers is so strong. He's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering those woods in his weakened state is suicide. Out in the wilds alone? That fool. That great big sentimental fool. My men and I will scour the wood for Garlean. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. No problem. And I'll kill some goblins on the way there. Because I think they're on my hunt log. Yeah, they are. Let's run around this tent to the other side. Good dodge. Dodged the entire bomb by just not moving. Watch out! A goblin! Ooh, goblin ambush. Goblin defeated. Galleon. Captain? But why? You should all be on your way. Who do you take us for? We're Alamegans, and Alamegans never forsake one another. Hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore, goddamn it. The oath to reclaim our homeland. We'll set foot on Alamegan's soil again, together, or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Let's return to our brothers. Oh, and don't ever think you'll get off. And don't even think you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing you'll wish we didn't find you. I can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I will see you back in Quarry Mill. Yeah. Okay. I'll finish off this little Quarry Mill bit, and then we will take a short break where I will go and make food, and everyone else should go and do the same. So, last little chat. Galleon's expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take to the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend to my people. Asking me anything and it's yours, so long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of our people of Little Alamigo. That's all. Far be it from me to question your desires, of course. Very well, I'll preview the letter to show to Gunderbold. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I've no doubt that he will do all in his power to aid you. Cool. So, we've made some good progress. I'll jump up into here, have a little seat in this spot here. Matilda will watch over me. I want to actually sit on the edge of the box. It's actually a seat.